Peace, family, peace. Today I want to go over some most common symptoms or responses. I get people will say, hey, I want some herbs where you could recommend for control my high blood pressure, or maybe control the pain where I got, or maybe I got headaches frequently and I want some herb to make I could deal with that headache. Or even I got people who say that they have fever for weeks and they want something to stop the fever. And I want to show you how there are herbs right there. Like if you get the bitters, the Belize bitters, you're going to see you got 7 herbs. And I want to basically give you ideas how their herbs help you in their situations. And for make I do that, I have to make some comparison. Right? So I want to talk about their common poisons or venoms where you might encounter right at Belize or anywhere in the world. But I want to talk about this because it's common to we. Scorpion sting. You got venom that when we get stung by it, we could get fever, headache, pain, and high blood pressure. Same thing with a snake bite. You get snake bite, you more than likely might get fever, you might get headache, pain, high blood pressure. If you get exposure to arsenic, right? Arsenic is a poison where you can find in a different industrial chemicals, maybe even paint. Or maybe some of them sprays where you do for clean like household items, or but that one type of poison where you find, or chemical where you find in the industrial places. You could also get fever, headache, pain, high blood pressure. Heavy metals in your blood. I could say mercury or copper. If that for some reason end up in your blood, you can get fever, headache, pain, high blood pressure. They are the most common symptoms. They have more symptoms that you can experience. But I want to look at it like this. How is it that there are herbs for help with this? Right? But for understand it, I want you try at least consider this thing here. Fever, headache, pain, and high blood pressure are things where a lot of people want control. And we get this idea that there are things right here that is sickness. And if you could get something to stop the fever, to stop the headache, to stop the pain, or to stop the high blood pressure, then you fix the problem. But I want you to think about it again. There are symptoms that how your body responds to the actual sickness. We could look at poison and venom as sicknesses. Why? Because they are poison and venom. What they could do is they could kill or damage for we cells. They could kill or damage for we tissue or biological material and tissue, and then could kill and damage for we bacteria life. But we have a lot of bacteria, we make out of bacteria, and they are type of poisons will kill part of who we are. The body way and do respond, or give some alarms, or issue symptoms, whether right there. Now if you concentrate on maybe taking some drugs to control the high blood pressure, what you do is you try control the response. That like this. Let us say you got by your house, in your house you have a smoke alarm, right? In every room. And one day they have fire or smoke in your house. The way your house will respond, because you have alarm, the alarm will start to beep. Beep, 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 beep. This is our response, just like they are a response to the problem. This is our response to the problem. Now, if you say, hey, this my alarm to go off, because in a smoke or fire in alarm, I want something to control the alarm. That means you not to pay attention to the smoke and the fire. You ignore this. You concentrate on the wrong thing. Just like right here. When you say, I want some drugs, or some pharmaceutical medication, or I want some herbs to control this, that like you to say, I want something to control the beep, the alarm. Well, that don't make sense, right? That's why I want to rethink this. I want to rethink the idea of what symptoms are. People say, oh, I got all their symptoms, I got a doctor, I tell them, these are my symptoms, and doctor give me all of their drugs to control the symptoms. I want to think about it. What you to do? Because if you try control the symptoms, you try control the alarm, you try control the beep, or you know why I go beep, 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 you want to go beep, beep, instead of beep, 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 beep. That's the way you try to think about it, right? What that the actual sickness that know the responses. Your symptoms that know the sickness. Your symptoms that are a response to the sickness, whether the poison. Now, I want to go on a little bit even further. Right? See if you can catch up with me, right? There are poisons that could kill your cells, your tissue, and your bacterial life. When their cells and tissue and your bacterial life dead, they're not dead material. And because I know you have dead material from the poison will kill pieces of you, your body will respond with other bacterias, mold, fungus, and parasites. Their responses, bacteria, mold, and fungus, they are responses to dead material. Because they are things you not eat living tissue. When you have something will go in your body, some sickness like poison or chemicals will act or behave as toxins or acidity, and they start to damage your internal biology. And your internal biology, because it gets damaged, pieces of it start to dead, the body will respond by bringing other bacteria, mold, and fungus, because for their job, they broke down dead things. Just like when you see one dead tree in the woods, what they broke down that dead tree? What they decomposed that dead tree? Bacteria, mold, and fungus, right? So, in our body, when we have dead material, maybe because it naturally for we body always replenish itself, it always create new cells because we have old cells but they're dead. The response to that is to have a cleanup crew in the body. And the cleanup crew, they're right there. And if you have the idea that there are responses that is sickness, then you might think antibiotics work. But if you take antibiotics for the response, that like if you just say you want a hammer for the alarm, because you know you're tired of hearing the alarm. Remember, the responses, the symptoms, they're not the sickness. So they are right there that how you could use the herbs, like for example cedar bark. A lot of people know about cedar bark right there, I believe. And we use this for a lot of things. But back in the days, if you get any type of poisoning, you will use cedar bark. Why? Because it supports the responses. There are herbs, not this. We're not supposed to use their herbs to stop the fever, to stop the headache, to stop the pain. What we use the herbs for, that to support the response, because the response is basically the body to try remedy the problem. They are the remedial actions or remedial activities. So what we could do is instead of try stop the response, we could take some herbs like China root. China root also could help in this process for support the liver, for support the kidney while it try fix the problem. The problem that not the symptoms. The problem that the toxins. How much toxins they in the food today? A lot of toxins. How much babies as them born and get injected with toxins? As them born and get injected with their injectables full of toxins. And what are the response? Fever. And you could tell poison they in the injections because fever. Fever is a reaction to poisons. So that's how you could tell. Once you understand what response, what symptoms are, then you have a better idea how you could help your body. And you have to make better use. And there are type of herbs right there. You have to understand how to use it. So we don't want to confuse this for like how we use or how we get trained and educated to use pharmaceutical drugs. As soon as you get a headache, or take some Tylenol to do away with the headache. Come on. That's our response. So, anyway, I want to present this to you to make you get a better idea. Again, this is just an opinion from a holistic approach. These are educational purposes only. And I tell you, you have to believe this, You got your free will, your own mind. But this right here, that one analogy, that one way to make you try to understand your body and live it better. Alright, so hopefully this helped. If you want more information, maybe on how to support your body through the symptoms that you have, maybe diabetes and all the symptoms, all the responses, cancer and the responses. Maybe you have all the different diseases where you think that the responses that the problem. And now you want to do a different approach. You want to go through it a holistic approach. You really want to fix the problem. Whether this, you want to take this out of your body. Poisons, toxins, acidity, agrochemical poisons, poisons where they inject people with. Reach out to me. I got some different type of treatments where you could use as long as you're willing to change your lifestyle, correct your diet, do a little bit of workout, exercise, sweat a little bit, and support the responses instead of stopping it. Peace.